Missy, Missy the dancer. You're a dancer. Rumba box, intermediate. Let's go. Okay. When we're doing the rumba box as an intermediate dancer, we want to focus on two things as well. On top of the two things that we just paid attention to as a beginner, which were what? Footwork, right? And timing. So the two more things we add are our poise and our leg action. So let's go through poise first, because poise is where you carry your weight over your feet. So in ballroom dancing, we talk about 3 poises. We have a forward poise. If you're a skier, right, you're used to this poise. We have neutral poise when we are just over the center of our feet. And then we also have back poise when our weight is majorly, you know what I mean, mostly in the heels of our feet, right? So 3 poises. In rumba, an American rumba, or your other rhythm dances as well, actually, you're gonna have forward poise, okay? We do this for many reasons, which we will cover later, but today we're just focusing on being that forward poise. So to find that poise, go into neutral, make sure you have your duck feet, right? And then take your whole spine, okay? Not just the head or the top part of the spine, and not just the bottom part of the spine, but you're gonna take the entire spine, think about these 2 points and all the spine in between, and you're going to shift it forward in space, okay? Forward in space. Imagine there's a wall in front of you, okay? I say forward in space so that it helps take you your whole spine. If you just say go forward with your spine, most people will kind of do this, okay? But move, imagine someone's kind of giving you a little push from the back and go completely forward. Now when you do this, you want to make sure your abs are supporting you, especially the low ones. Low. So really squeeze tight, like you're putting on your tightest jeans here, and support that lower back, because you do not want this to happen, right? Or this, okay? So you're gonna pull all that up so that your spine is staying very straight. I had a coach once tell me, and it was really perfect for me, so maybe it's perfect for you, to take and to imagine a short front but a long back, okay? So we have our forward poise, and if you don't have posture, you have been able to get away with it till now. No more, okay? It's time to work on that posture, because without good posture, getting a forward poise, it's no bueno, no bueno. So we have our posture, and we shift it forward into the balls of our feet, okay? All right, so that is our poise. Now we want to keep that while we move. So within our box here, I'm going to take the lead perspective. We want to make sure that when we step, that all of a sudden we don't lose the poise, okay? So if you remember, dancing is about moving from the spine, right? See my small steps video. So when I move the spine forward from that forward poise position, I'm able to keep that forward poise position, okay? And same thing when I move back. I don't just move with my head weight, right? I take my whole spine backwards, and I start taking my steps, which allows me to keep that forward poise. So let's look at that again. So just, even if I was just walking down the street, normal, walk, and I wanted to do it with forward poise, I'd go like this, right? And if I was walking backwards, shift the whole spine, not just the top of the spine, the whole spine moves back. Okay, so forward poise. So now when we are doing our back, are you okay? Good. When we're doing our backs, we're moving from the spine, using our footwork, right, and our timing. We have slow, quick, slow, quick. Ta-da! Right, from a follow perspective, we have slow, quick, slow, quick, tighten this up, quick. I've had 3 kids, so my body tends to forget. But it's really important to keep this pulled up. you know, otherwise your lower back will start screaming at you a little bit. It's okay, just give it a little rub so you strengthen up. Check out some of my other videos for some pelvic floor exercises while you're laying in bed to get these strong. Okay, that's forward poise. Moving on, we want to talk about our leg action. Okay, leg action is part of your Cuban motion in your rumba. So basically, if we boil it all down, all right, your legs at the end of each step, okay, once you're on the step, as a beginner, you want to think one is bent and one is straight, okay? And there's a rule. The leg that you're moving your weight onto, for example, if I was moving forward in my box with my left foot, this foot is going to be, this leg, sorry, it's my leg, not my foot, my leg is going to be bent, okay? So we have a bent and we keep the back one straight, okay? Let me show you what that looks like and then we can break it down and get your legs going bend, straightening, bend, straightening, bend, straightening, all right? So we have bend and straight, bend and straight, bend and straight, bend and straight, bend and straight. Yeah, with the timing slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, right? From the side angle, as the lead, start with the left foot, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Okay, as a follow, but going back on the right foot, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Okay, how do we find that action? This Cuban motion action of the legs. There's a few different ways, and if I was face to face with you, I would help you find it in nanoseconds. But one of the most general ways that I have seen work for most people is separate your legs where it's comfortable. Okay, don't overdo it, don't underdo it, just get comfortable. And then you're going to take your head and your weight, your body weight, over to one leg and bend into it. A lot of you have done these sort of actions, lunges maybe, if you will. Maybe you're reaching down to pick something up. Okay, so this feels a little bit more natural. This is a little bit more in your everyday life, yes? But essentially what we're trying to accomplish within our box. So do that again. Notice when you took your weight over and bent into this leg, now this thigh is activating, it's holding lots of your weight, right? I would say about 80%, agreed? Maybe even 90, right? This boy, it's activating. This leg, now I could bend it if I wanted, but I need to activate it just enough so that it stays straight. Okay, let's try that again. So find a comfortable position and then just shift your weight over and bend into that leg. Feel the thigh activate, feel this one activate just enough so it stays straight, okay? Now, what you're gonna do, instead of shifting your weight back, what I want you to do is I want you to straighten this bent leg, okay, with your weight on it. Feels like you're pushing yourself up, right? Up to see the world. Do that again, okay? So comfortable position, shift the weight, thighs are activated, and then push up. That weighted feeling, go back down, that weighted feeling of pushing out of a bent leg, that's what it's gonna feel like to dance in your rumba, okay? This is a little exaggerated, but exaggerate to moderate, as one great teacher, I forget who, once told me. Anyways, let's go to the other side, okay? So take your weight, shift it, right? Activate the thigh, all right? Do that again, just make sure you find it. You make sure you have most of your weight over here. A little test, you can pick up the foot. If when you go to pick up the foot, you have to kind of shift, you know you're not far enough, okay? So shift your weight, make sure you're far enough, right? And then push into the ground here to come up, activate. A lot like a push-up, right? A push-up, you're not just coming up, right? You're actually pushing into the ground to come up. So us dancers, we say these funny things like go down to come up. That's what we mean, yes? So push into the ground to come up. Okay? Let's do that again. One more time on the other side. Whatever side you didn't do. Shift and push. Okay? Now what we're going to add after the push, shift, straight, or bent, and push. Okay? Now we're going to shift our weight back to the other side. Boom. And push up. Okay? Shift again. Receive it on a bent leg. Make sure you got one bent, one straight. Push up. Shift. Push up. Shift. Push up. Shift. Push up. Look what I'm doing. I'm trying to sneak it in. My steps are getting smaller and smaller, right? But my weight change is still happening. No problemos here. All right? Problemas, I think. You have to let me know. Let me know in the comments how my Spanish is. Yeah, it's getting smaller and smaller. And now if I just keep it underneath my body, but I'm still shifting and receiving, right? And still pushing, then shifting, right? I'm just gonna do it faster and faster. But I make sure I keep that order, and then I turn into my bending and straightening with side steps. Okay, so that's how you can find it to the side. And then it's basically the same thing to the front and to the back, but you just open up your legs in your fourth position, right? And then you're gonna shift your weight. You're gonna shift it forward. And again, I'm gonna allow this to bend, this to straighten. Got my duck feet, right? My thighs are activated, and I'm gonna push up. Okay, now I can either reset or try the other side. Okay, push up. Once you do that a couple times, what I like to do is after the push up, right, just leave your foot where it's at and come back and push up. Okay, so now you're doing the same thing but in a forward and backward motion, which is good to practice because there's a lot of that. A lot of this rocking and rolling, okay? But if you notice again, if I let my steps get smaller and smaller and let my legs come underneath me, what starts to happen? My nice pretty rhythm leg action, right? Easy as that. And comment if you're having any questions or if you're struggling a little bit, email me, let me know, I'll help you. Okay, so then we just put all that together, right? So when we come forward, we shift forward and receive, we push, shift to the side, receive and push. Yes, all of these things are happening. You have to practice it very slow at first and work your way up to this speed, okay? Where you're using the bending and the straightening, okay? Now, to get going, later, I'm just so excited about all these videos. I will post some practice videos for the bending and straightening of knees, so join me. Come back, Missy, come back, bring your thoughts back. Okay, so bending and straightening, we did all that, we did the poise, right? Okay, so now you can see why the poise is so important. Let's go back to that. Right, if I don't keep my forward poise and I start doing this bending and straightening, look what it can look like. Yeah, there's not a lot of good room for your hips to go when this starts to happen. And so this stretch up and this forward puts your rib cage slightly ahead of your hips, which will allow freedom of movement down here, right? Wow, I swear I don't own an elephant. So when we get a little bit closer look of the bending and the straightening in the box, okay? I'm going to go ahead and turn it around so you can try to do it with me. All right, let's start as a lead, forward on the left foot. Okay, so intermediate dancers, you have got it down in your feet so you don't have to think about it, your duck feet. You also have the timing down like the back of your hand. You feel it so you don't have to think about it. So now we replace those two thoughts and work up the level of the layer ladder, and we add your forward poise, right? And we add the bending and straightening of the knees. Now, one thing to watch for, as you get more comfortable with the bending and straightening, your hips will start to displace more and more. To help you with the next level, the next step, watch that you don't allow your self to break, for lack of a better word. Basically, look what happened. I lost height, right? So what I can bend and straighten without losing a lot of height here, because what's happening is my hips are riding forward and back with my knees. Okay, when my knee comes forward, so is my hip, right? The other option is to let all this go and allow this settling to happen. Now, settling is appropriate in certain dances and certain places, but not here. So when you start getting really comfortable with your Rumba box and your bending and straightening, be careful that, oops, I'm popping and you probably can't hear it, but be careful that you're not over displacing, basically what I call it, your hips, right? But that you're allowing them to ride your knees so that it becomes less of a side action, okay, and more of a rotation, okay? Just to let you know, you don't have to work on rotating because your hips are going to naturally go to the side first. Just be careful that they don't go too far, right? When you start to feel an overstretch or a dip down in your height, you've gone too far, okay? Good luck. Have fun practicing. Subscribe and like, especially if you like it, because that lets me know to create more content for you and what you're learning and what you want. So subscribe and like right now, and I'll see you next time.